Show me some pink champagne. Not rosé, it was pink champagne. Nigga, holla back.
Well, yeah, today we're gonna remember any man 1000. How you doing, man?
We're good.
I like the sound of that. It sounded quite. I don't know the background now. It sounded good. Anyway, we're supposed to.
Man, like I think we're talking about Marvel.
Well, we was talking about something else. What was we talking about just a moment ago?
Adam Johnson being a nonce.
We weren't talking about that. That's a bit.
Yeah, that's a bit. We don't have all the facts, so you can't speak on alleged stuff.
You know, he went to prison though.
he's been charged already.
We're talking about the other guy who's recently been charged. You know,
Mendy.
Yeah.
Do you think Mendy would sue us?
Benjamin.
No, we didn't. So many people talk about that, but
That's the thing.
But until like all the facts are flushed out, because like say one of the things. Say people go hard on someone, and then the facts come out, and then the person. It's not exactly what you think, then you're sitting there all quiet and stupid, but no one would ever actually apologise, but
that's true, you know.
But it's like,
do you think the facts are going to come out about the R. Kelly situation? Because remember,
what's his situation?
He's currently he's on trial at the moment, so there's a possibility that he may get released. So with that, should everyone have the mindset not to condone R. Kelly?
The problem is, I feel like with the R. Kelly and Benjamin Mendy thing, it's like we said earlier. If it's one person, then you might be a bit skeptical because they've got numbers behind their people accusing them. It's a bit.
But let me reverse that. Let me hit the reverse Uno card. Bill Cosby. Man had like 50 people come after him, but eventually it was found out it wasn't true. So
it wasn't true.
Yeah, it wasn't true. Yo.
Wait,
hold on. I thought
he got released from prison. It doesn't mean it wasn't true. I think it was true, but what happened is. I always told Alex this, Trey Songz,
Yeah.
No, I'm saying, like, Trey Songz gets bare girls.
Yeah.
And all of that, and it's calm and so that. But I feel like in a couple of years, they're going to just, his days are numbered.
You know what happens? When your music starts banging.
Exactly.
Like,
exactly. Cool. And I think that was a culture back then, doing like them drugs and stuff. I think like that's what the rich people culture, that they'll meet certain girl, they take this type of drugs, and obviously now that society has moved past that, they're just starting to realize that wait, that's wrong. I was actually.
So they should be held accountable for that.
I mean, yeah, because we've moved past like
it's progression.
It is that, but
like you said, if it was one person. But Mendy's got four people after him. So
exactly,
like suspect.
It's varying ages. That's the craziest thing.
Yeah, I saw a video. I'm not sure if it was they were smashing up his house or his cars and that.
Really?
Yeah, I think people are saying that because it's the underage.
He
just looks like a fool, though, but he looks like a fool.
He is. Looks like he's just weird. I mean, do you see the way he was celebrating the World Cup when he played when he had 20 minutes and then
20 minutes. He's shameless. You know what it is? You fly out to Russia, you kick it with the boys, you're in the vibe.
No, but like 20 minutes for the whole tournament, not one game.
Yeah,
not the World Cup final.
Yeah.
Let's talk about my
So you remember, was it Riyad Brewster for Liverpool? He didn't play a single Champions League.
And then he went to No, I think there was this German player, I think Grosskreutz or something like that. He used to play for Dortmund.
Yeah.
And a World Cup tattoo when they won World Cup. He didn't play a single game in the tournament.
I was stunned as well. If I was on the bench, if I was a kit man, I was stunned too.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, 100%.
Did you see Kepa in the Champions League? He was celebrating like he'd been playing for Chelsea the entire Champions League run. So
I wish you played in the final though.
No.
We could have done something special.
We had the real Mendy. See, we got the righteous Mendy. You got the Buki Mendy.
Bro, I was like, we're wrong. I was like, it's Pete when he has a bad game, and it was shaky at the beginning.
Yeah. He's kicking still a bit shaky, but
he's really shaking.
He's kicking.
He's kicking. Like his hands were shaking.
He made like two little, but now he looks like he's grown into it. But his kicking's still a bit off, but he makes those big saves for us.
And luckily, like goalkeepers' careers are long, so if you have a good goalkeeper, you're set for like a couple of years.
Wow, and he's big as well. He's big black hands.
Hey, pause. What's the pause? You need a pause sound, so you just play it because that's.
But he's gonna go.
You know the buttons.
Oh, but the thing is, there's African Cup of Nations in January.
Wait, he's not playing for France.
He's going. He's not French. He's Senegalese. Senegalese. So him, Mane, Aubameyang will go.
Our midfielders are dead. Aubameyang's gonna go. Partey's gonna go.
We used to have Yaya Toure no more. We don't have that anymore.
But fam, have you noticed the Ivory Coast golden generation did not do shit?
No, they won the African Cup of Nations.
They didn't.
They beat Ghana on penalties in 2014. I remember I was watching it with Obi. I was watching Obi in at uni. Watching them break my heart. Ghana always break my heart on penalties, man.
I remember I was laughing at them about it.
But didn't win the African Cup.
I'm pretty sure they won it. Was it 2014 and 15?
Really is at the moment.
I remember watching it. I remember Jovino couldn't watch. He turned his seat on the bench.
Oh, man, that's the best time. When Ghana loses, ooh.
That's why I love when England lose, you know. The England lost, you know. Like I said, shout out Saka, shout out Rashford, shout out Sancho, you know.
It hurt my heart. It's like 5 years ago. This is recent.
Well, you're right.
Yeah, because I remember watching it with Obi, yeah. Because Ghana and penalties, ever since that Uruguay game, that game.
It is.
Oh my day! I was speaking to my friend about this, Richmond, and he was like, he felt like the pressure got to him because imagine all the African nations teams have gone out of the tournament, and then is literally just needs to score to be the most successful African team of all time.
Yeah.
The ball, everyone knew about that ball. That ball, if you kick it just a little, it's flying. All these other facts, and who else could have taken it? Kevin Prince Boateng. I think he should have taken it.
But the thing is, though, Jan has been taking our penalties all tournament. What I don't understand. Every pen during that tournament, he placed it bottom corners. But this one, he just wanted to he wanted to clutch it and just rip his top off, and then he just. But then why don't in the penalty shootout he put it top bins? Exactly. He puts it top bins in the penalty shootouts, and then the rest of the Ghana.
I mean, there was pressure in that, but it was not as much because I think that pressure was crazy because every African, it was in Africa as well. Just one.
Everyone's watching.
Every African team was spoiling, and the things that this moment, what it is. Sometimes it's one of those ones where you're thinking about the moment after you score it, innit?
Yeah.
That's what heart, man.
But you know what? You ever taken a penalty shootout like in the game? No, I'm talking about even on FIFA. Remember when we were in the rooms at uni, everyone was doing it. But like,
and I feel it was vibrating as well.
I remember I took a penalty for uni. I think it was one of the was it Portsmouth? I think it was one of the early cup games. Walking there, your legs feel like it just feel heavy, and then sometimes obviously everyone has a favourite side, innit? So normally my favourite side is I go to my left keeper's right, but in my head I was thinking, you start thinking, should I go the other way? And then sometimes you even switching up as you're running to take the kick off, and I kicked it to the other way. Keep got his hand to it, but it went in enough power. But those kind of things, I'm telling you, your heart, your mouth's all dry, and that you feel like you forgot how to actually kick a ball. Like,
is that serious?
I'm telling you, because it's weird. It goes like there's like a silence where
I think that walk is the longest walk we have.
What's more tense, a penalty take or a free throw?
They're kind of similar.
That is true because I don't know how to describe it.
A free throw. You see
Ben Simmons.
Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons. Paul George. You don't want it in the clutch moments.
His heart pumps Kool-Aid.
You know what it is? It's the same. Literally the same scenario because it also depends on the situation of the game at that point. Because like, say you have a free throw just mid-game, you don't really feel as much. But same thing with penalty. In the penalty mid-game, you're like, okay, it's a penalty. But if that's a penalty in the 93rd minute or a penalty to win a tournament or the penalty that decides to you go through or you lose,
Would you? No, wait. I think a better thing is, would you rather take that penalty in that moment or a last shot, like obviously the inbound ball, just a last shot in the clutch moment. I think that's why Skip hates LeBron so much, because he thinks that LeBron. I think the thing I like about LeBron is that he makes the right play. Yeah. So he knows about the percentage. So let's say, 1,000, you're left-footed. If he plays football, say you're left-footed. If you get this ball on this area, you're more likely to score, rather than I'm going to take it myself and score regardless of where I am.
He has to think of a team. So.
So what do you think? What do you think is much more pressure, making the right play or actually just taking it on yourself, doing it?
It depends on your personality. Yeah. If you're a captain, you kind of have the mindset. You kind of have to have the mindset of thinking for the team. But it depends if you're.
But you have people like MJ and stuff like that are the captains. But they're just like myself.
Yeah. At the same time, I guarantee there was games where he realised he can't do everything himself. He has to use the people he's playing with.
No, you're right.
Isn't that famous play where he passed it to...
Yeah. Have you watched The Last Dance?
No, I haven't watched it.
Oh, you need to watch it. Man, listen to Palace as well.
Yeah, I've seen that.
I need to watch it.
The archive footage.
But the thing is, though, when you think about it, I understand LeBron's way. I understand what Skip's also talking about at the same time. But Skip is a bit suspect because he hates. I've never seen anyone you know what it is. Imagine you see the way Graeme Souness hates Pogba, but imagine that
making
times
a career
a million.
Imagine
times a million. Skip LeBron will go and watch a game with another player or his son. Skip will find a problem with it. Because he will find.
You can't. It is. But LeBron makes some money. Because remember when it was a conference. It was an actual finals. Yeah. And LeBron was watching rather than the women's rather than CP Freezy, and it was and Skip was like, your best friend is playing in the finals for the first time ever, but you're watching the women's game. What's going on? Why do you like to attract attention so much? So things like that is just.
But then Shannon said, but had LeBron gone to the game, Skip would say, why is LeBron at the game? He's stealing his life. He can't win.
He did go to I remember he did go to the game, but he poured it over alcohol.
Yeah, Skip was obviously look, he's branded. He's branded.
Yeah, so you can't win. But and it's back to the free throw or penalties.
What I was saying about Skip and LeBron, I was saying. Making the right play, I understand why LeBron would do that, but also understand what Skip was saying. That say you're the leader of the team, captain. In those moments, I understand what it means. You should be the one to take that shot because the pressure falls on you because you're meant to be the best player in your team. But then they both have a caveat. Say you pass it to the other guy, and the other guy misses it. They'll say, "Why didn't you take the shot? You bottled it. You ran from it." Yeah. But then say you take the shot and you don't miss it. They'll say, "Why do you make the right play?"
Do you know what reminds me? You know Ronaldo in the 2012 semi-final Euros, he wants to be the number 5th penalty taker.
Why's that?
Oh, yeah.
And compared that to England and Sterling not taking a penalty, but Sancho and Saka, that personality was just different. But what do you think? Don't you think Sterling should have taken a penalty? Or is he saving that?
The difference between that. The difference between that. Ronaldo always take the 5th penalty because he wants the glory for the 5th penalty.
But do you think that's elite mentality?
Ronaldo's a mentality. That's what I love about him the most. He will, regardless of the situation, he's saying, I'm going to do it. And most of the time, he always does it.
He steps up.
He steps up.
He never stepped up. If he said, I want to be that person, never stepped up, he would never be this Ronaldo.
Do you think
Ronaldo is the definition of clutch? He's Mr. Clutch.
Morata. Wait, have you watched his penalty against Italy? You just saw his face. This guy. Oh my! Body language experts could tell you you don't have to be a body language expert. Actually, his everything was just looking down. I knew he was gonna miss. I think we're just live texting the group.
You can see
I was like, if you look at his face, it's over. It's not gonna score at all. It was terrible penalty.
Body language speaks a lot. That's the thing.
And I feel like as a footballer you have to be a certain level of
mentality, confidence. You have your aura has to be strong enough to be able to. But you see with the free throw and the penalty thing, is it a factor that in basketball the crowd is closer to you, so you can hear exactly what they're saying to you? Like for example, like say we're here and the crowd is just over there. Someone is they're pointing at you and you can hear exactly what they're saying to you. They're counting your bounces. Whereas obviously there's more crowd in the stadium for football, but you can kind of drown it out a little bit.
There's a great example of that. It was LeBron again and Gilbert Arena, I think that's his name. LeBron came and whispered to his ear, was like, if you miss this free throw, your season's over or something like that. and this guy's free throw percentage was elite. It was I think it was like 80 or something, and that's really good for basketball. Yeah. And he doesn't miss free throws, but as soon as LeBron said that, he does a free throw routine, because obviously you have to do a routine to get comfortable. For example, Giannis takes like 10 seconds to do this. It goes like it takes him so long, but you have to get comfortable as well. But this guy does a routine and he missed both of the free throws, and I think LeBron. I think what LeBron said was, if you miss a free throw, we're gonna knock you out or something like that. It was playoffs, and he had one more play, and he did the right play by passing someone else. Someone shot a three, but he missed those free throws after LeBron. Like the pressure got to him, but it's like it's crazy. And I think with penalties as well, you have your own. You have like a certain. Remember Yeremina? Yeah, Everton, when he scored penalty on side dancing, I think the previous game before. So this was Colombia versus Argentina, and Argentina's goalkeeper, I forgot his name, he used to play for Arsenal. Martinez, was chatting shit to him. He was like, you're gonna miss this and you're not gonna dance something like that.
And he said to him, I know where you're going. You're going there. You're going there.
And he did that. And he missed his penalty. He was like, dance again. And Messi was like, dance again, bro. Yeah, you know. It was given that still. I was like,
you can sense it.
And he got wrestled, and it's like, I think mentally as well.
Also, sometimes in penalties, other teams, they can say something, that you got to keep it. Is it a different factor? Because obviously, see the free throw, it's just you and the thing. But with penalty, you got to keep it, also trying to throw you off. And remember, I promise you, the goal looks so small when the keeper's there. Look, especially Donnarumma, bro.
Oh like my days, bro! Like, and you've getting that Saka and Sancho haven't touched the ball. They came on for like 15 minutes, but Italy was dominating the game, so they didn't even touch the ball that much. You need practice as well, but for free throw you can do a routine and stuff. But then your free throw, end of the game, you're tired, you're exhausted and stuff. And I feel like that plays. I feel like that plays a huge part, and that's why it's
more of a finesse skill. Whereas a penalty, you can do Maguire, you can just blast it and then it could go in. But with a free throw, you can't just dash it. You have to finesse it.
It's technique as well. So I think it's difficult. And man,
if you're clutch enough, you can. Hold it here.
I think that's when you like defeat the mental side of it. It's just left with the physical side of it, and I think most athletes do have that. But then again, it's like what's scary is like, let's say you need a certain amount of points. So you need a 3-point shot. And you're 2 down, and it's the last shot and stuff. The reason why Skip hates LeBron, like you said, is because he will make the right play. He won't take that shot. But then again, he did take that shot. Remember against Golden State when so this was beyond the 3-point line, but this was around the middle point. But the clock was running down, like the shot clock. Obviously, it was like I think 1 minute left or something like that. But the shot clock was running down, so LeBron normally wouldn't take that shot. That's what Skip was saying. But he did take that shot, and it was like Steph Curry range, and he scored.
And did you hear what Skip said? What? Because apparently, I think Draymond must have flicked his eye in it, so he said he's seeing 3, and LeBron said he's seeing 3. And Skip said, "Oh, that means it was lucky." He picked 1 to 3. Middle one. Skip hates him.
That's jokes.
Well, guys, that was a pilot episode. Check us out soon. Peace.